Ralph, the owner of Babes. How long have you owned the restaurant, Ralph?
Well, we built it in 2007, opened it February of 2008.
So what inspired you to build Babes?
Well, we were from California and Nevada originally and came down here, saw some opportunities. There wasn't a lot of restaurants at the time, and growth was good with the oil business and the nuclear plant out here. So we found a need and filled it.
So how about the nuclear?
It's well, they have two facilities here. One is for storage of nuclear material. It's underground storage between here and Texas. That's a WIP site. It's called a WIP waste site. The other one is called Uranco, which is they do nuclear spent rods for nuclear facilities and for medical, a lot of medical reasons.
And how many employees does that area have?
Yeah, I'm not certain at this time because it goes up and down, but somewhere in the neighborhood of 500.
Okay. Here is big is the oil business, huh?
Oil's very big. Yes, this is the oil area right here.
And it's all it's all oil drillers, oil equipment manufacturers, and so on, right?
Right. Oil field workers, Halliburton's got a yard here.
And as we know, the oil industry has been hurting.
Last 2 years.
Out.
Correct. Starting to come back a little bit now.
And when the oil industry was booming, how were the sales here?
Oh, fantastic. We were doing about $1.7 million a year, a little over $1.7 million a year.
So tell me, Ralph, why are you selling the business?
No, about 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with some heart problems. Went down and had what they call an ablation on my heart in Texas. And so I came back, I haven't recovered. I'm diagnosed with AFib and thoracic aortic aneurysm. It's just taken too much out of me. I'm a hands-on type of person. I like to be here all the time. And unfortunately, at this point in time, I just can't do that.
How old are you, Ralph?
I'm 70 years old.
So Ralph, your kitchen staff, how long have they been with you? And
well, we feel very fortunate. We've had the same staff with us now for about 6 years. Juan Gomez ran the country club here for 13 years. I was able to procure him about 6 years ago and brought a lot of his staff with him. He's very well known in the area and he does a great job for us. Good kitchen manager, keeps our food costs in line, orders correctly. I'm very, very happy with him.
Hello, Juan. How are you?
Fine. How about you, sir?
Good, Juan. So, Juan, I understand that you're the general manager for Babes Sports Page. How long have you been doing this?
I've been probably about 4.5 to 5 years.
4 to 5 years. What did you do before that?
I was working in the country club for 33 years.
Well, good. So tell me something, Juan. For the last 4 years, what do you enjoy about working for Babes?
Well, I love the place. I mean, it's like a family place. You see a lot of families coming over right here, and I enjoy it. I mean, talking to the customers and being out front, talking to them, I really enjoy it.
So what would you say is the best thing about Babes that people enjoy coming here for?
Well, most of everybody talking about the beer. I mean, coldest beer in town, this is the first. And then I think we try to take care of everybody right here. I mean, no matter who it is, any customers, we try to take care of it 100%.
Okay. And do you also manage not only the back of the house, you manage the front of the house too?
Yes, we try to manage everything.
Okay. Ralph, I know that you run this business from Las Vegas, so tell me how you do that.
Well, again, we feel fortunate that we have the staff in place that we do. We've got security cameras throughout the place. We're on Aloha system, which we can get to sales minute by minute if I wanted to, from each server, each bartender. It's an on-time system that we run remotely. I come down about 1 week every 5 weeks. I spend a week or 10 days here. I'm going to be here 10 days this time. It seems to work out pretty well. Again, we're fortunate again to have Juan and this girl Cynthia and Jamie that have been here with us for quite a while. They do a lot of the day-to-day deposits, bank deposits, and so forth. And then,
So Ralph, I know that there's a lot of growth going on in this town, despite the fact that oil has been low and hurting it to a degree. But we see a turn-up coming up in this area economically. We see some development. You want to talk about that for us?
sure, where we're located, as you know, Mel, it's right across the street from the event center. Adjacent to that is the community college. We have the hospital, and then we have another college right in the street about half a mile away. They just built a $500 million aquatic center across the street from us. It's going to have a health center. It's going to have some meeting rooms. A lot of the oil companies use our facility for their smaller meetings, safety meetings and so forth, but that'll have larger meeting rooms over there. Then they're going to have the horse track is right down there, the casino, all within a 1.5 mile area radius from where we're at.
So in the meeting rooms, is it possible that you can get the catering business if you do the bidding for them?
Yes, we're doing a catering today, as you know. When oil was booming, we do a lot of the catering. We do most of the catering for the event center. When they have Willie Nelson show was over there, we did a catering for his staff and his crew. We do quite a bit of that.
So Juan, I know that you've been running this restaurant for 4.5 years, and you've got a good crew here in the kitchen. How many crew do you have that work in the kitchen? How long have they been working for you?
Well, I have Nacho. He was working right here for 3 years. Carlos, he's working another about 3.5 years. Paco, he's working for probably another 2.5 years. Gabriel, for 2 years. Arma, 2 years.
So your kitchen's pretty stable now?
Yes, it is.
Well, good. And how often do you change the menu and menu
We
items?
offer we change it every 5-6 months.
Okay. And overall, the food here is basic American comfort food, as we call it, and it's basically meat and potato stuff, right?
Yes.
And the town is meat and potatoes.
Meat and potato town. Yeah.
So nothing extravagant here going on, right? Now, Ralph, New Mexico is one of those states that has very few liquor licenses, and as a result, the prices for them are pretty exorbitant, and they're treated as personal property. Is that right?
Yeah, personal property is an asset to the business. They're going now, if you can get one, anywhere from, I've seen them as low as $475, as high as $625. The way the state only issues, I'm not sure of the exact number, I believe it's 1,600 for the whole state, period. They haven't increased it and they don't intend to increase it. The big reason for that is the lobbyists and the banks and so forth. They finance a lot of the liquor licenses. So the banks aren't going to let them issue any more licenses. Most states that I've had businesses in before, the licenses go by the population of the county. But here it's not like that. You have to get a license. If you can find one for sale, then you buy the license, try to get it, the county that's in or city it's in, to release it, and then you come over to, like our case here was Lee County and Hobbs, and get them to accept it. It's kind of a long, tenuous process, but we were able to get it done.
So they can actually finance the liquor licenses as well, right?
Yes, it's a piece of personal property. You can finance it. Some people lease them. So you find somebody who wants to lease it to you. It's a pretty valuable asset at this point.
Perfect. And then also, the bank will lend up to what, 50%, you think?
About 50% of the value of the license.
So Juan, what do you think the best item on the menu is?
To me, the steak. Everybody talking about the hamburgers. But to me, the steak. The ribeye steak, pork chop. We have excellent pork chop, excellent.
What makes the
recipe.
steak so great here?
Well, just the way we prepare, we're cooking it, and we got the best meat.
And tell me how you prepare it.
Well, we put it a special seasoning on it, and we just cook it, brush it out with butter till you're done, and just serve it. It comes with the vegetable inside the
Put it on a grill, a charbroil, or what do
on
you
a
do?
charbroil.
On a charbroil grill,
Yes.
huh? Wow, I think I'm getting hungry here. And what comes with the steaks?
Well, he had one side, either French fries, baked potato, loaded mashed potatoes, whatever he want, and then the other side is the vegetable that day.